There was always a wrongness to the rooms where I worked best. Paint a hair behind the light, a radiator humming a rhythm half a beat out of time. I learned to read small betrayals, the undertone of blue in a bulb labeled white, a clock hand reluctant to commit to the next minute. Those errors became stagecraft. I fed on them, letting audiences settle into a half-belief that something was merely off, as if the world had misremembered an angle. Signs followed like wet footprints. A child in the second row who never blinked during my openings. A pair of old hands folded tightly around a program, knuckles whitening whenever I mentioned the sea. The notes I left in my pocket between shows, random lists, a spiralized sketch, appeared in strangers' margins the next morning. Lobby mirrors withheld reflections for a fraction, refusing full fidelity. I should have laughed these away as coincidence or suggestion. Instead, the suggestion suggested me back, sleep-thinned. Narratives I offered to coax screams and gasps began to leak beyond my telling. In the laundromat, machines cycled to the cadence of my cadences. In hotel corridors, wallpaper rearranged under my gaze into alphabets I almost read. I started to suspect my voice did not only solicit fear, it set hooks. The hooks tugged. At night, voices read my own scripts under the house, vowels stretched into shapes I had no names for. I stopped trusting doors. I turned pockets inside out and found them full of ash and small perfect stones that hummed faintly in the chest. The confrontation did not come with a flash, but with pattern. An audience member counted with me. 1, 2, 3. And the room answered in a geometry of breath. What took space was not a being in any human sense. It was an arrangement. Light delayed by a fraction, shadows leaning toward a corner that held only the idea of density, air slightly thicker where memory chose to sit. It spoke in syntaxless tides, in the pressure of a page turning in an empty theater. When I looked at the stage mirror, I did not see a face but an aperture, and through it something larger than explanation, patient as geology, studying the angle of my palms. I tried to stop. I burned scripts and unmade sentences into cold wire silence. The neighborhood slept, but the wrongness continued, a low recursion beneath windows in sleep. Coins in a bowl clinked to times one hadn't kept. Photographs showed half smiles where there were none. I keep a single manuscript now, folded under the floorboard, and each night the house nudges the clocks closer to the time I last spoke. I closed my mouth, and the silence answered. For now, it waits.